Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Cat the Clutch here, back for a brand new YouTube video, man. And today we got there's only David is innocent after this. So there's been an update on the case, and a few days ago I heard that David isn't D4vd isn't the one who actually, did the murder on Celeste. So that's what I found out. But he's still definitely involved. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and check out this video.
No way David's innocent after this just came out. Over the past few days, there have been even more updates on the David situation, with people making even more connections with David and the missing girl. Now, I'm sure all of you guys know there's already a lot of evidence on David. Too much evidence for it to simply just be a coincidence. Not only are there tons of chat logs of David supposedly talking to the missing girl, but there's also pictures of them together. The evidence at this point is almost undisputable. Anyone with a brain can see that David was at least somewhat involved in the disappearance of Celeste Rivas and her ultimate murder. Alleged photo of David wearing a similar wig to the one Celeste Rivas was wearing has surfaced online. Even though there's no way to prove that the wig that David wore in this picture was the same that Celeste Rivas had, it would make a lot of sense considering all the other connections we've made between David and Celeste. This could just be a coincidence, but like I said, piled on top of everything we already know, it seems less and less likely. In fact, the connections between the two wouldn't stop there, because in a video that David would post on his burner account, he could be seen washing the exact same shoes that we saw Celeste wearing in her Facebook profile picture. David had Celeste's shoes. He was spotted in this video cleaning a pair of shoes that Celeste wore on her Facebook profile.
Okay, so I checked out his burner account, and there's this video of him cleaning shoes, and there were like Hello Kitty shoes that he was cleaning also, but he's cleaning these pair of shoes right here. This is Celeste's profile picture on Facebook, and she's wearing the exact same pair of shoes that are in
those are some clean Jordans right there.
video.
It's genuinely just crazy how many correlations there are in this situation. It's way too many connections with him to her. Reaching or not, these can't all be coincidences. Most of the internet is already convinced that David is guilty. Regardless of if he gets convicted by law or not, his career is essentially over at this point. Like, even if he comes back to making music, his reputation is already completely down the drain. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse from this point, then you'd still be wrong. Video surfaces of David's body tensing up after spotting a Celeste Rivas lookalike at his meet and greet.
Oh my god.
Nah, that stop and stare was crazy. Watch this.
Yeah, he definitely got some trauma from that, dude. That's a crazy ass feeling that he just witnessed right there. He just did the weirdest thing ever.
Again. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch, and obviously, it can't be used for evidence whatsoever. Now, was he comparing her to Celeste? Was he comparing her to a different girl? I mean, there's literally no way to know. Anyone with a brain, though, can see that he obviously tensed up here, as he looked at her and was shocked, like visibly got nervous. A poll under this post would even say, did he do it? Which 88% of people said yes, he did, out of 34,500 votes. Even though by law he hasn't been convicted, it's still interesting to see the amount of people that think that David is guilty. Finn's been solved this shit and they still haven't arrested that motherfucker. It's like every day I'm hearing people found something new that connects him to the murder. And it's taken the police how long? Guys, we gotta remember that the police need to actually have credible evidence in order to actually prosecute someone. They can't just go on Twitter, find these pictures of random coincidences and these chat logs that random people are posting and just take their word. Like, it doesn't work like that. This case is likely gonna take multiple months, if not years, to complete, just due to the severity of it and how complicated it is. Let's be honest, the cops definitely have a good amount of evidence against David, but they're still hesitant to release it to the public or prosecute David in general, because if there's any misinformation in their case, then they're risking the entire thing being dropped, because in a murder case, if there's any misinformation, it can fuck the entire thing up. And what makes everything worse for David is that at one of his recent shows before Celeste passed and before his tour was canceled, David could be seen throwing up heart signs to a girl that resembled Celeste in the backstage portion of the set.
No, I think one of the craziest things he did was he dropped his song on the same date every time. Didn't he drop it like September 15th or August 22nd or something like that. Like that day he dropped the song, he dropped it on the same day for like years, 3 or 4 years in a row, or 5 years, something like that. And he drops the song every year on the same exact day, which is her birthday, which is the weirdest thing ever. It's like that's no coincidence right there. He's definitely doing it on purpose, you know.
Now, is this really Celeste standing backstage? It's really hard to tell, honestly. Although this girl undoubtedly resembles someone who's young, with the same ethnicity as Celeste, and genuinely, it could be her. This same girl that resembles Celeste has been seen many other times backstage at David's concerts.
That could be her. It's crazy because that song he made for her, and that song's so weird to hear now.
Just be honest, this girl definitely resembles Celeste.
It's honestly chilling. It's chilling hearing that song. He said the girl that got my name tattooed on her chest. Like, what the heck, dude? That's crazy.
And since it's in the time frame that she went missing, it definitely could be her. Even though it's obviously not confirmed,
I hear things every day, like I hear things every day, like different ages, like, oh, she was 10 when they started talking, and oh no, she was 12, and just craziest things ever.
Looks so bad for David. Each day, at least one new thing comes out, and it just keeps compounding. On top of old videos that are resurfacing, with David saying some pretty out-of-pocket stuff considering what's been going on recently. David wanted to retire and live off-grid on an island with no social media in 3 to 4 years. So in other words, when Celeste would have turned 18.
See, that's so weird to do too, because being a famous singer like me in that situation, I would never just get rich and just quit permanently and be like, okay, that's it. I'm leaving music forever. Because if you love music, you wouldn't quit it, you know. If you were in it for the money, why were you, you know, you wouldn't even do it for the money. It's more than the money, you know. You have fans at that point, you know. You have people who want to genuinely hear more songs from you, you know. The fact that you want to just move to an island and just leave everything behind is kind of crazy. I would never do something like that.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying? Why are you saying that like you're not like up there, gang?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I go on crazy year after year for the next 3 years, and then on the 4th year I retire, and on the 5th year I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib, no social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
It just feels weird him saying this with all that we know now. And believe it or not, things would only continue to get worse. As the other day, we would get even more information regarding Celeste's parents, and like David, it's not looking good for them either. Celeste's middle school ex-boyfriend would talk about what he knew regarding Celeste and her parents.
So, at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
I honestly think she had bad parenting too. I don't think it was all on her, but I think it was definitely like, or all on him. I'd say her parents or sister had played a big role too. Cause I think she had poor parenting.
Her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation, David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like, at all, because like she was always like so happy and stuff.
This honestly makes me wonder how many people in Celeste's life knew that she was talking
That's crazy.
talking to David, or that she even knew David in general. Did anyone know that Celeste was gonna run away to be with this guy? I'm obviously not trying to blame Celeste running away on anybody, because they were literally just middle schoolers, but it really does make you wonder. I mean, if Celeste told her classmates that she was gonna run away from home to go live with famous singer David, I bet you none of them would believe her. But here we are, bro, and it's really fucking sad, and overall a very unfortunate situation in general.
I mean, if I was like 15 and a famous like YouTuber or rapper was like, you know, a girl rapper or whatever, for example, like if like a famous YouTuber, like a famous superstar was like, I don't know, like if it was like Madison Beer or something, like, oh, come live with me in LA, and I'm like in high school or middle school, I probably would have been like sketched out. But like, you know, once you see like, oh damn, this person's famous and has money, you'd be like, dang, I kind of want to go. Like, I would probably go. Me, like, you know, being a kid and just being dumb, I'd probably just do it. But I don't know. I was a pretty smart kid, so even then I can't even say I would. I probably wouldn't.
What is your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around, joking about it. And the next day she wasn't at school, and like that's the last time I saw her.
Hearing from people that actually knew Celeste on a personal level is genuinely just really disturbing, because you realize how young this girl actually was and the stuff that she was put through. If we're being honest, there most likely was some sort of thing going on in her family that ultimately caused this all to happen. Obviously, David is also primarily at fault, but it just seems like a fucked up situation in general. So make sure you guys are all praying for Celeste, praying that the situation ultimately serves justice. Anyways,
Hey man, hopefully all you guys did enjoy this video, though. But like it was said in this video, I feel like this is gonna go on for a really long time, and it's gonna be talked about for a while. It's kind of gonna be like the Diddy case, where it's gonna go on for like a year, or I don't know however long. It's gonna probably go on for a while, you know. I doubt anything's gonna happen soon. It's probably gonna take months on years. But hey man, hopefully all y'all did enjoy, man. Smash a like on this video. Let me know what you guys thought. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, it's more clutch. Peace out, baby.